Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my big 5,000 subscriber Q&A video, which is like a week late. Well, it's not a week late, I only announced this when we hit 5,000 subscribers, but I probably should have done it in the run-up to 5,000 subscribers. Whatever the case, I asked you to tweet me questions using the hashtag AskConflict, and some of you did. So, I'm going to answer your questions, and it's probably not going to be funny because I'll give you serious answers, not funny ones, because that's what I do. What is one language you would like to speak? I don't know, honestly. Languages are kind of strange like that. I know a little bit of Spanish, and a little bit of Irish, and a little bit of French. I know how to swear in German, and I don't think I'll ever need any of those languages. Like, I don't need to speak any different languages, because the only places I'm ever really going to be are, you know, here in the UK, or in places that speak English, because I don't speak their languages. I mean, the only place in the world I really want to, like, need to go to before I die is New Zealand, because I love that place. So, I mean, they speak English, right? I don't know. I don't know what language I'd want to speak. Would you rather change gender every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby? I don't sneeze all that often, and I don't have allergies, so I feel like changing gender every time it does happen would be a really nice surprise. I mean, I'm not around babies that much, and I am around muffins a lot, but I assume not being able to tell the difference would mean that I could go to eat a muffin and be like, ah, it's a baby. So, yeah, I'll take the gender one. That could be fun. That could surprise. That'd be a really good party trick. It's like, hey guys, watch this. I'm a woman. Do you want to go to Mars? No. It happens to all of us, so what's your best rage quit moment, and did you ever finish said game? Prison Architect. The final episode of the series I did of that, like a month or two ago. I was streaming it, and I got really annoyed, so I was like, you know what, I'm done with this, to hell with it, and I swore a lot, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I haven't played it since. I love Prison Architect, but it made me really angry, and I'm never gonna forgive it for that. Where is one place that is the most memorable for me? I don't know, honestly. I have a lot of, like, early memories. Like, my earliest memory is having a lot of family in the backyard, and, like, there was a barbecue, and me and some cousins were playing. Like, we had these plastic golf clubs, and we're swinging them about. And an uncle of mine pulled me aside and was like, look, and he was like, he's from close to Belfast, so his accent was very much like, look, I'm not telling you off, but I'm just saying you can't be running around the barbecue like that. You're gonna hurt yourself, or you're gonna knock it over and hurt somebody else. You can't do it. And that's like one of the earliest memories I have. It's a weird one to have, but I remember that. But no, my favorite, you know, my kind of most memorable place is probably right here, honestly. Probably like at home. Because I don't know, I don't really like going too far away from home, so yeah, home. I like it here, it's cozy. What is your all-time favorite game? It can be on PS3, PS4, Xbox, PC, or whatever. Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to tell you a story about this one. So, my favorite multiplayer experience ever was on, or my most memorable multiplayer experience ever was on Gears of War 1 on Xbox 360, because it was like the first game I properly played online ever. I'd played like RuneScape online on the PC before, but this was my first like proper stab at online multiplayer. And I remember, because I was like 13, and I was up to like 4 in the morning, and we were like playing. It was just me and a bunch of strangers, and like the host of the game every like 15 minutes, not every 15 minutes, sorry, every, like, 5 games, we'd be like, okay, we're gonna take a break for 15 minutes, you know, go and pee, go and get some food, go have a smoke, you know, get some snacks, whatever, and then we'll come back and we'll play a load more games. And I remember that because everyone was so friendly, and, like, I'm this 13-year-old kid, and these are, like, 20-year-old guys, and like older and stuff like that, and they're like, they're not shit talking me for being a kid. Like, we're just having fun playing the game, and I'm up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and instead of killing someone and having them scream, it's like I kill him with a sniper, and it's like, oh, good kill, you have to show me how to do that. So that's my favorite multiplayer kind of memory. My favorite game ever, I'm gonna say Halo 3. because I spent so much time on that, and I have so many memories from that, and it's kind of, it's actually, interestingly enough, Halo 3 is kind of what started all of this, because the first ever machinimas I made were in, Halo 3's theater mode, and I mean everything. Like, I didn't have any editing, I didn't have any capture software, so I had a 5-minute machinima where I got my friends, and it was like a play. They had to know everything they needed to do going into it because I wasn't cutting. It was one sequence, one 5-minute camera sequence going through the scene as these guys are acting it out. They're shooting people on cue, you know, they're doing what needs to be done. And that sort of led to all of this, which is kind of cool. So Halo 3 is absolutely my all-time favorite game. What upcoming game are you most excited about? Ooh. Am I allowed to say Halo 5? Because I love new Halo games, but I'm kind of wary of Halo 5, I'll be honest, because Halo 4 was a little bit of a letdown. I'm really excited for Star Wars Battlefront. I love Star Wars, I mean, like, the movie out in December with Battlefront out before, and then getting to play the Battle of Jakku, which gives you a little bit of backstory in Episode 7, so yeah, Star Wars Battlefront is probably my most anticipated game of this year, and it's weird actually, this year is the first time in a very long time that my most anticipated games are first-person shooters, so it's kind of weird to have that, but it's a nice kind of refresher. It's nice that, you know, we're getting a new Halo that's looking to be the best Halo in a long time, we're getting Star Wars games again. Like, this is a pretty good year for gaming, I'm gonna be honest. How do I get fabulous hair like you? You don't. If you got £100,000, what is the first thing you would buy? An apartment, a second PC so I can render things. I'd get my driving license sorted and get myself a car. I would get stuff to, you know, live in the apartment, and I would probably be very responsible with £100,000 and not spend it on £300 microphones and 5 monitors and audio interfaces and guitars and things I really don't need but really want. Honest. If you had unlimited resources to create a game, what would you make? I actually know the answer to this one. So, I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and I realized that no one really tackles the life genre. Like, The Sims is kind of a funny life genre game, but no one else really tackles it. I would do that. I would make a life game where, you know, you can literally do anything. Because I've got unlimited resources, right? So you start as a character. It's like an MMO. You start as a character, and, you know, you have, like, the story that you would kind of craft yourself. Be like, oh, I've got this much money from, you know, my parents when I moved out, or I've got this much money, or I'm homeless, or I'm this, I'm that, whatever. But you live in this world, and you're just a person. You're a person that needs to eat and drink and socialize and go to work, and you can, like, take public transport to get to work, you can drive to work, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, your job can be anything: a businessman, a firefighter, a cop, a doctor, a call center. Like, you can literally anything. A lot of it would probably be, you know, mini games and quick time events, but, you know, things like the call center anyway would be mini games. But things like that, you know, like literally a life game, but kind of with like the open world potential. So, you know, if you can call in sick to work if you want to, and you can sort of just explore the city if you want to. But then with the potential of Grand Theft Auto to be that kind of criminal, because the thing that makes GTA Online a little bit annoying is that everyone is kind of a criminal. Like, everyone has millions and millions of dollars. Everyone has extremely fast sports cars. When in reality, you know, 1 in so many people actually has that much money. So, I mean, there's the potential in this life sim to be a criminal and have all that money, but there's also the potential to make that money legit. So you could rob stores, you could rob banks, you could kill people, but the chances are you're going to have the police come after you. And I thought about this. If you get charged for, say, murder, and you get life in prison, you know, if you're caught for it, that's your character done. You have to make a new character, because that guy spent the rest of his life behind bars. If you get murdered, character gone. Sorry, nothing you can do. If you get injured, you have to hope that the people that are the doctors are really good at what they do, and you have to hope that the people that are the police are really good at what they do to find the guy that did this to you, and you just live life. And you could get shot, you could never see anything interesting happen, but you could literally do anything. This massive game, it's a big life simulation, and it would be great. It probably wouldn't. I want it anyway. What is your favorite meme? This one. And finally, have you ever stalked any of your fans? No. And the reason I haven't done that is because I don't want fans stalking me, so I wouldn't do it to them. It's kind of that simple. I'm very much like, I appreciate fans, I appreciate that people watch the stuff I do, but, you know, my life is my life, your life is yours, I'm not going to intrude on that, so, you know, it's that simple. Really, it doesn't matter to me. Your life is your own to live, it's none of my business, and, you know, our relationship is, you know, as a content creator and fan base is through videos, through social media, through live streams, and through things like this where I can interact in comment sections and all of that. But, you know, I'm not interested to know, no offense, but, you know, it doesn't particularly matter that I know that, you know, you went out for coffee yesterday and, you know, your best friend's being a bit of a knob. You know, it doesn't matter to you, really, if that happens to me. It doesn't, like, I make videos. You don't need to know that I went for coffee yesterday. I didn't go for coffee yesterday. But you don't need to know that I didn't. So, there you go. Anyway, I probably should have tidied myself up a little bit before doing this, because I really look homeless. But I'm okay with that, honestly. This is how I look most of the time when doing videos. So, you know, this is sort of the behind the scenes of what goes on behind a video. Although I don't usually wear shorts, I will say. I'm wearing shorts because it's too bloody warm, and it's a nightmare. It is. I'm a pasty white guy from Northern Ireland. Heat is not my strong point. Anyway, folks, thank you kindly for watching. Once again, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. It's completely mental to me that we've managed to get 5,000 subscribers, but you know, I do genuinely appreciate every single subscriber and comment and view and like and dislike, because it is why I'm here. It's why I can keep doing this and why I do keep doing it. You know, it's always been fun, but it's so much more fun when other people are enjoying it too. So with that in mind, once again, thank you kindly for watching. I've been the ConflictNerd, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye!